since I've done a video. Um, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my journal because then I can actually recall what I've been doing. Oh, I got these new pants at Burlington Federal Way by the mall. Those Puma ones. I My mom was going in to get a new suitcase, and she got and I found these pants. I wasn't gonna get them originally, but mom asked the price, and she thought they were good. So they are tight fitting, but I like them. I like the color. It's a very interesting color. Um, yeah, and I also find it interesting that like the Puma logo and the lining on here, and like the strings and stuff are like orangish. I don't know. It's a very strange color combination, but I like it. Um, and it also it kind of feels like a combination between my other Puma pants that I have that are tight fitting, and then those gray ones that I have. So I don't know. I like it. So anyway, I have a crap ton to update on. I'm gonna talk to you guys while I'm cleaning up here because I just did the mixed hunt because on Monday I'm gonna get back to the bank and do a return. So I decided to do the hunt today. So obviously the other thing you guys might notice, I got a haircut. Now, okay, here's the thing. I was so tempted to just ask the haircut guy to, his name is Dean, he's actually very nice. I was so tempted to just ask, like, can you cut off the parts that are annoying me? But the little piece of hair in the front, he said he couldn't really do much about. So what I decided is I just decided to get it trimmed short again, and that way, even though I'll still have this little piece in front, that way when we come back from Montreal, at least I know that my hair is fine for the most part, and I'm going to strictly not do any cutting of my own hair. I regret doing that, and I learned my lesson. I'm not going to do that anymore. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So, but that way, now that I have my hair cut again, I don't have to worry. Like it can grow out normally, you know. Like it doesn't have to grow out all weird this time. So yeah, so obviously the haircut, that's the obvious thing. So last time I filmed was July 12th. I remember that because that was my mom's birthday. And then, so, was that really when it was? Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can access my, I'm gonna switch accounts here. Oh no, wait. Okay. So, yeah. It's again one of those things where like I could have sworn that my last video was that I did my last video sooner than June 12th. I don't know how it's possible that it's been that long. But the day after Mom's birthday, we did have the birthday cake. I've been cleaning my room also, and that's kind of really when I started cleaning my room. And then we went to the park and gas station again. I can't remember which park. Maybe Les Gov, I think. I don't know if that was I don't think that was the day we went to Mill Pond. I don't know. July 14th, nothing much happened. And then on the 15th, we went to the 5 Mile Lake. We call it Halloween Lake because the water's kind of orange. Unfortunately, though, my sister and her boyfriend came along, but it was relatively fun. It was actually a little bit more fun with them there. I didn't mind it. Plus, they went in a separate vehicle. So, and it's one of those things where I have seen other people at the lake that are in just as bad a physical condition as me. So, I've learned to just not care when I get out of the water. So yeah, so we went there on the 15th. And then on the 16th was actually really rainy. Like it was weird because all the days around it were pretty much sunny and hot, but like this one day, the 16th, it was like stormy and even like thunder and lightning a little bit. And I had wanted to go to the mall the previous day, and Mom didn't want to, so we decided to do our walk in the outlet mall. And I actually bought some new shirts and stuff. I bought I bought this kind of light blue one that didn't turn out as well as I thought it was. I actually thought it would be the biggest shirt of the bunch, and it actually was the smallest one of the bunch. And then I got two Spider-Man shirts that are really, really awesome. Because I don't think I have any Spider-Man shirts, and I really like whenever I see someone with a Spider-Man shirt on, I really like it. And then I got pairs of swim trunks because I wanted to get some new ones for when we go, and I wanted to get some larger ones. And Old Navy had a lot of them for really, really cheap. So I got those, and eventually, like after we left the mall, we went to Fred Meyer, and I got new shoes because we had gone to Famous Footwear, and they don't even carry the Adidas that I get there. And the thing that was weird to me is like that specific Famous Footwear outlet in the mall was where I got my shoes usually. So they didn't really have any of the type of shoes that I got, not even the same type. So we ended up going to Fred Meyer, and I actually got these really nice, and it's perfect because not only are they size 13 and a half, but they're wide-fitting, plain black Skechers. I made it my mark, or my thing when I was wanting to get new shoes, that the next new shoes I'd get would just be plain black ones. But I really wanted them to be Adidas, but I guess Skechers are still pretty cool too. They're in style. So, yeah, it was actually perfect too, because we went over to Fred Meyer, to see if they had any shoes. We went to the Sumner Fred Meyer, and we did also so it's funny because Mama actually was saying like, I don't intend to get a bunch of food, and we ended up getting lunch. That's kind of the funny thing. I feel like so many times she's like, I don't intend on getting food, and then we get stuff. I will say though, something irritating happened that day when we went to the Fred Meyer after. I was about to check the Coinstar at the end. I should have checked the Coinstar when we came in, and this is going to be a lesson now because some of the recently, a couple times when I've been going to the Coinstar, I've been checking at the end of our trip. I'm not doing that anymore because I walk over to the Coinstar and I see this old guy check the Coinstar, and he walks away and is doing this, like he has a handful of coins in his hand. It's like I witnessed him check the Coinstar in front of me, so that was kind of annoying. I don't know if he's the one that's a regular checker because I'm convinced there's a regular checker at this Coinstar now. So, yeah. So, anyway. So, yeah, that was that day. That was kind of a nice day because it was cooler outside. So, like, I didn't get as hot and sweaty. And then, so, yeah, we did that. And then we went back to Fred Meyer the very next day to get groceries. And then that was a day where we went to a bunch of garage sales. It was Lauren, or it was my sister, my little brother, my grandma, my mom, and I. And, yeah, we went to a bunch of garage sales that ate up a good chunk of the day. The morning was mostly grocery shopping, and then we went to a bunch of garage sales on the 17th. And then the 18th, we didn't really do a whole lot. It's funny because on the 18th, my little brother woke me up saying that we're going to go do a walk. and I got the impression that it was his idea. So I was trying to confirm with him, like, okay, are we really doing this? Like, did mom agree to this? And I was getting a little annoyed because he was, like, I got the impression that it was only really his idea and he hadn't confirmed anything. And I had gotten up and gotten dressed thinking that we were going to go to a walk. And what's even worse is when we did end up walking, we go to this, and to be fair, this is not his fault. He didn't know about this. We go to the entrance of this little trail that has a gate that's kind of a little bit deeper in the neighborhood, and we go there, and the gate is locked with a padlock. So that was pretty frustrating. And then the rest of the day we didn't do a whole lot. We kind of just I continued cleaning. And then on the 19th we went to the farmers market, and I actually got a pizza from this pizza stand. And we got a lemonade, and Chris got some food. What's cool though, I don't know if you guys can see the poster from here, but Kushwama Sawant, she had a. It's funny because basically right behind us they had a stand there. So I went over there, and it's awesome to see. And I'm really happy that someone like her is a local politician, because like her and Jill Stein are about the only two electoral politicians that I respect at this point. So I'm really happy that they had a booth there, because she's one of the only ones that I still respect. So yeah, I mean that was awesome too. Yeah. I've been sitting so much today, my butt's hurting. So that was that day. I can't find a good container. Oh, okay. I want to find a container that I can put like pencils and pens that I just find or grab that I don't know where to put, because I recently went through my mechanical pencils and my colored pencils and all that stuff, and I went through all that, and I feel like I need another little unit here. No. I have a lot of little containers, but I don't want to just leave all this in the ground. Maybe I can move these somewhere else on my mats. And then I can maybe move this in there. And then I can move this in there, and this in there, and this in there. I have a set of crayons that I keep because it's one of those things where, like with paints and crayons and stuff, I like to have some on hand, paints and crayons, because Um, because even though I don't really use crayons much, it's nice to have them. Like, it's nice to have them on hand because I never know when I'm going to need them. There, maybe that's a bit better. One guys. I'm doing some arranging here. Here again, and more containers. Put those in a bag. It'll be easier than keeping them in a box. Sorry, guys, I'm getting wrapped up in this. When I have an idea for cleaning, I get wrapped up in it. And then, but I just, my desk has been a mess for so long. My clothes, dealing with my clothes, I'm really dreading to deal with that as well, because I know that's going to be a pain. All my mats are falling. Rearranging. All right. Okay, back to it. So, turned off. Um, yeah, and then on the 20th, we actually swam at Lake Taps. Um, and it was um, just us this time. So, yeah, Lake Taps, and unfortunately, every time we've been going, we've just been bringing food at home. Mom hasn't gone to like Subway or anything to get food. Um, so yeah, we did another lake trip, 2 lake trips since I last filmed. That's crazy to say. Since I've last filmed, we've done 2 lake trips. It seems like Mom has been in the mood to go to the lake. Um, so, I mean, I'll take it. And then on the 21st, we actually saw the He-Man movie, which was nice because that was another thing that we didn't get to do that we ended up doing. So we saw it was at 150. So we saw the He-Man movie in the movie theater, which it was good. This is the thing about my like ongoing complaint with the movie industry. I hate all the like Gen Z millennial like quirky humor that they have so commonplace now, but it was good overall. And obviously we got popcorn and soda, and I got the little crunch bites in the box. So they had other food that I probably could have gotten, but none of it really was my thing. I mean, they did have like boneless wings, but I'm not a huge popcorn, like, I like popcorn, it's not my first thing I'll grab at, but yeah, so we did that. So before we went to the movie, my plan, because the thing is, obviously, I had gotten those $25 in customer at Penny's at that Chase and Puyallup. And what I was going to do was I'd wake up early, and before we go, because the He-Man movie, it started at 1:50. So, I was going to wake up early and penny hunt. So I woke up early, which actually hasn't been early for me. That actually hasn't been that much of a problem lately. I haven't felt gross like I used to when I'd wake up really early when I'm not ready. So I started the penny hunt, and I hunted 30 rolls and found nothing. And then I ran out of time. So what I decided was, it sucks because I really wanted this to be another penny hunt. But I guess the fates were in tune with my original plan, because what I ended up doing was I only ended up getting 1 wheat penny in dollars. None of them looked searched. They all looked fine. 1 wheat penny. It ties my worst box ever. So I ended up just including the little footage I had from this, finding like 4 or 5 Canadian pennies in the 1 wheat penny, and I ended up just including the pennies with the Mex hunt. Like, I ended up just making it all one video. Now, yeah, but anyway, so that was the pennies. And then yesterday, I can't remember really anything, or no, the day before yesterday, I can't really remember anything happening. Like, I can't really remember us doing anything. And then yesterday was, so my sister, oh, by the way, I finally switched my chair out. Now, the disadvantage of this chair, it does squish my legs a bit, and it's not as big, but I finally switched the chair out, and I even moved my really old fan that's been stuck back there forever. I even moved that out of the way. And if you'll notice, the day that we did all those garage sales, they had this thing. So I decided that all my little loose coin stuff, I'm gonna put in here, because there's like 25 little drawers in this thing. So it didn't fit all the coins, and it's not necessarily organized by like what's current and what's not, at least as far as like how I physically organized all the coins for the drawers. But I like it like that. Although I'm still not done rearranging because in the last couple of days, I'm not sure how I like having this. I'm not sure I like having this thing right in front of this thing. Like, this already feels huge, so that feels like it's taking up a ton of space. So I don't think I'm gonna leave it like that. But I'm not, I'm not by any means done organizing my desk, and let alone my room. But by no means my desk. Obviously, I just did the hunt, so I have a lot of garbage from that. I want to do something about that, as I just said, and I also want to clear. I don't know how well you can see, but that little white set of dressers behind me. I want to clear all that stuff out because that dresser is full, but it's full of stuff that I don't use, and I want to use the space. So, that's another thing I want to do. So, I want to rearrange this. I want to clean the stuff from back there. Maybe even clean a little bit more around here. This I've pretty much organized. I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason to change. Um, and then the other thing I got at the garage sales was this little like stand, and I thought it would look good on my desk, but it turns out it's way too big. So I ended up just putting it here. And the only unfortunate thing is it's kind of leaning on some boxes. So these boxes start tumbling and this thing falls to the ground. But I thought it was kind of a cool little like extension of the desk. I just put the other end of it on here. So I keep like all my important coin stuff here. So like my silver and box counts, my best coin finds of the year container, my semi-best ones, my wheat penny and Jefferson nickel sorter. So yeah, I thought that's what I ended up doing there. And then I really wanted this space to be mostly for pencils. Like I was just realizing that I just hate squishing all of my pencils that I haven't looked at in here and in here. So basically this entire shelf is going to be stationary stuff except for the top because I like how that looks. But I don't know what I'm going to put up there yet. That's another thing that I have to deal with. And again, lots around here. So, but yeah, I mean, it's slowly coming along. I don't expect by any means to have this done by when we come back. I know I'm going to be cleaning a bunch more, and I just don't have the energy. I just don't want to do all that and then get really tired and then go on a plane. Like, I'm going to finish most of this when we get back. But I'm going to make the return on Monday, and I'm also going to do my laundry. Well, I'm probably gonna also do my laundry on Monday. So Monday's gonna be quite an active day. But I feel active. Like I don't feel like I don't feel like my body doesn't feel like it just wants to lay on my bed all day. Like I feel like I'm moving. I feel like I can actually do stuff. So yeah, I physically feel like I'm in the mood to clean, and not necessarily mentally. I mean, or is anyone ever really in the mood to clean? But so it shouldn't be too much. But Monday's gonna be, I'm probably gonna be beat Monday because I'm gonna do the bank return, which is gonna be a lot of heavy lifting of coins. Luckily, though, I don't plan on getting any coins in this trip. I just plan. Usually, most of the time, even if I would say like, oh, I'm just going to return, I would still get coins, but I really am not this time. I'm really just going to the bank to return all this stuff because I'm going to need to because, we're going to be leaving, so I want to get as much of this returned as possible. And I think I'm just going to return these as a $25 in pennies because I have some pennies of my own. I have $20 worth of pennies on my own anyway, and these were literally just additional. So I'm gonna return. I'm gonna return those as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna need to go to two banks, but I might still go to an area that I know has two banks I can return to, just in case the first one doesn't end up working out. So. Oh, as far as the anyway, finishing about yesterday. So yesterday my sister was taking my little brother to like a trampoline bouncy house place for his birthday. So mom was gonna go look for suitcases, and I, decided to come along with her. So we went to Burlington in the Federal Way Market. It's where the old Daiso used to be, and then I convinced mom to go to H. They did have the Spam thing, and they did have my chicken bowl. I've eaten one of my Spam and egg ones. I still have another Spam one, and I did get that. They did have the chicken and rice bowl. Unfortunately, they decided to put like 2 really intensely yellow pickled chestnuts or whatever on top of the rice, and it like tainted some of the rice, so hopefully that doesn't taste bad. But yeah, and then so I had been because the previous week I had asked mom if we could go to Trader Joe's, and she didn't want to, and I was hoping she would, or today originally. But she was like, you know what, I'm in Federal Way, and she was saying that the road is going to be really backed up. So we ended up just going to Trader Joe's yesterday also. And we didn't, it wasn't really a grocery trip. I kind of just got the things I wanted to get, and mom got like a couple things. So, yeah. So, yeah, that was yesterday. And then today, obviously, I did the hunt. I knew I had a hair appointment today. I'm like, yeah, mom finally made the haircut appointment. And again, it's one of those things where, like, I don't want to say I regret it. I mean, I regret it a little bit, only because obviously getting a haircut is permanent, at least, permanent until your hair grows back. But I feel like I look better with longer hair. I don't know, we're gonna be traveling, and I don't want to deal with longer hair when we're, on the plane and stuff. So I figure when we come back, I'm just gonna let my hair grow out then. Plus, now that he cut it, other than that little bit in front, I can let it grow out and do its thing. So I'm probably my main time for letting it grow. And also, the more you cut your hair, the faster it grows back. So, honestly, probably by the time we're back from Montreal, my hair will probably be way, way more than this. But from the rest of the summer to the fall to the winter is probably when I'm going to grow my hair out a lot. A lot. But I just, we're going to be traveling, and I've got more cleaning to do, and I just was like, you know what, I just didn't want to bother, So... Yeah, so I knew the haircut appointment was at 2, so I decided that I was going to do the hunt. So I actually didn't finish the hunt in time. I finished hunting the pennies, and I had gone through the the quarters and the dimes, but I didn't have enough time before the appointment, so I stopped hunting after I had finished hunting the quarters, and and then we did the appointment, and I was out of soda, so I asked mom if she could go to Hagen and get me a drink. She went a little overboard. She got me 2 of the 1.25 liter bottles of Pepsi, because I was like, can you get me one of the slightly larger bottles of Pepsi? She got me 2 of them. I did not think she would do that. And the other kind of interesting thing was, someone left 3 quarters, a nickel, and 3 pennies just sitting outside of Hagen. There wasn't anything in the Coinstar. But, yeah, and then I finished the hunt, and as far as the recap of the hunt, notable things, in the nickels, I got 3 foreigns from 3 different countries. I got a Canadian nickel, a 5 centavo piece from Ecuador, and a 10 pence piece from Ireland that was actually in the machine wrapped roll. Other notable things, the loose dollar coins. Holy crap, guys. I did not think there was going to be much in those loose dollar coins, but there were 4 NIFCs in those loose dollar coins. And one of them I don't have. One of them I have not found yet, a Benjamin Harrison. So that was the other kind of notable thing. Nothing really in the dimes and quarters, although it was less than 2 trays of each, so I didn't necessarily expect anything. The nickels were pretty good, but the only flippable find that I would have gotten is this. So, and this is actually pretty cool, guys, because I do not find many of these. And believe it or not, this was actually in a custom wrap roll. It was in one of those types. This is a 1962 proof nickel. I've found one from 62 before. But yeah, I mean, I find proof nickels pretty often, but the Philadelphia minted proof nickels, I don't find nearly as much. I found, I think, maybe two or three of these other times. So that was kind of a cool find. So yeah, that was the find of the hunt. Yeah, so I really wish Dimes would provide soon. I can't think of anything happening tomorrow. Oh no, actually, yeah. I don't know why I said that. Tomorrow's my little brother's birthday, and I think we're going to Hop and Drops. I really hope that he means all of us. Like, I really hope that it's not just Dad and Chris going. Because the thing is, I know Dad does that with Chris sometimes, but I'd assume that the Hop and Drops trip is the trip where everyone goes. I just hope that they don't, like, try to just pretend like that's not the case. Like, my parents love to do this sometimes, where they just try to, like, pretend like something's not the case and just hope that I don't realize, but I do realize. So I hope that we actually all go. I asked Mom to wake me up at like 9:30, so they can't just sneak out without me. So I assume we're going to Hop and Drops for lunch tomorrow. Because the thing is, Dad was like, oh, I can take you to lunch tomorrow. So... And the thing is, I asked Mom today, and she was like, I assume so. So I assume we're all going. But other than, it being Chris's birthday and maybe going out to lunch, there's not a whole lot planned. Oh, also, another thing of good news, Lauren is going camping with a few of her friends, so she is going to be gone for a little while. I think she's going to be back on Tuesday, maybe Monday, so I have a couple days without Lauren. Yay! I can be in my room all I want. I don't have to worry about the TV being stolen by her. So, yeah, things have been going pretty well. So I've got those taken care of. I don't necessarily want to clean all this up, but I do want to mark everything. Even though I am planning on going to the bank on Monday, I still want to mark everything. I'm not going to put everything away. I just want to mark it all. What is that there for? Oh, I found my purple twist erase, by the way. So, yeah, so I did get a good find today. Sometimes with these smaller hunts, I don't think I will, but considering my last couple mixed coin hunts, I haven't had as much as I've had in a couple other mixed coin hunts. I'm lucky that I got one good find. So, and nickels have been doing really well for me. They haven't been doing, like, insane, but nickels have been pretty consistent, so I will take it. I'm not going to bother counting these out either. When I'll probably do that like Sunday. A Sunday, I don't assume anything's happening on Sunday. I can't think of anything. I don't think we have any plans. Maybe a walk? I don't know. Although Mom doesn't usually do the summer walks on weekends, so who knows. But, so it's the nickels. And then dimes. So, I feel very 2024 right now because of my hair. Like, this was how my hair was shortly after I had gotten it cut in 2024. Like, it pretty much looks exactly like that. 2025, when I got my hair cut in 2025, it was a slightly different cut. Like, it didn't feel so much out like that. I don't know. From afar, my hair looks very 2024-ish. Also, because I still don't have any dime or quarter wrappers, I had to do this again, but it doesn't look like Branch's mind, really. Like, they don't seem to really notice or care. So, they don't care. Although, one of the next times I go, one thing I should remember to do when I go to the bank to return is to ask for more dimes and quarter wrappers. So, but I'm anxious to get back to my walk-up chase. The unfortunate thing, that probably won't happen until after we come back, because the only other day before Monday this week, obviously, that the bank will be open is tomorrow. And I will be up that early, but we're doing other things, and I just don't know if I want to go to the bank at that time. So it's one of those things where I really want to go back to the walk-up chase, like, as soon as I can, but it's not really a good time right now. Timing hasn't worked out right now, so well, I have everything together for when I do return, so I don't think this is quite 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22. So, dang it. I was hoping that would be 25. It's like a couple short of a roll. You know what? Because I don't have quite a roll, I'm just going to throw these other dollar coins with it. Or half dollars, so. There, I got all my returns set up. My dad has to watch something later. Ugh! I was hoping I'd have free TV tonight. I mean, to be fair, he hasn't asked me to watch with him in a couple weeks, and I feel like I've been kind of distant towards him lately, so I guess it's fine. I don't want to watch Miami Vice, though. Oh, also, if you're wondering what the wind is blowing from, and you're like, oh, my fan doesn't blow that. When my mom went to Costco, she got me one of these fans, so they're nice. There's a remote with them too that I'm actually gonna put over here because, like, turn my fan, it's annoying. Up there. So that's pretty much the gist of everything. I like these pants though; they're really tight fitting. I wonder if they'd. I wonder if they would do good for the thing I do with pillows and stuff. I wonder if these. The problem is these are pretty tight, so I don't know how much they'll stretch. Like, they are the same texture as my gray ones, mostly, but they're smaller, and they even they fit tighter. So, I have a bunch of stuff that I've been holding on to for stuff that I know I want to take with me. Oh, I should do today's intro or today's journal. Ah. So annoying. I should clean my hands. I might wash my hands. Hold on. The thing is, I also trimmed my beard, by the way. Well, my neck beard, more like it. And also, the thing is, I probably could, like, if I put my mind to it, I probably could get all the cleaning before we go. Because other than, Chris's birthday stuff and maybe going to lunch, and other than that, we don't have a lot going on. But problem is, because this summer has actually been really eventful so far, things might happen. So how do I... Okay, I gotta remember that that's the thing where you hide the video. Although I do want to attempt the you-know-what. Especially because if I can make them stretch, maybe they'll be a little more loose fitting. So my head space feels so much more, like, I feel so much better. Like, my head space feels so much better when I have the haircut. Yeah, so they're pretty tight fitting. And yeah, so why is it fucking slammed? That's the good thing. That's the good thing. That's the advantage of it being windy. Is the shirt wet? Did this leak? Oh my god, it did. My Sprite bottle leaked. Oh man. I didn't. Ugh. That's why my shirt got wet. My freaking Sprite bottle leaked. Or not Sprite bottle. God, that's annoying. Yeah. Pour that if I need it. bro. It's so annoying. What I used today? Wopex? I need to put some different pencils in here. Alamino Imagine? Yeah, how about that? Imagine all that people. I'm Sarah Platinum yesterday. Alright. My pencil cup is so whack right now. Like, what is this? Oh. I don't know what that is. Alright, I'm gonna end this. See you guys.